Today I'm going to talk about how to build a swipe file and why it means more conversions and less work for you. By the way, if you like videos on how to grow your customer list and build a real brand, then subscribe to my channel as I have new videos each week.
It's the Morning Marketing Machine, here to grow your e-commerce business with proven marketing strategies and tactics, so you can run your business with machine-like precision. My name is Douglas Levin. Let's dive in.
Hi, my name is Douglas Levin, and I built a 20,000 person messenger list ahead of the launch of our first product, which led to 20,000 in monthly sales within our first 3 months of launch. I also have a free link to a free cheat sheet below with tips on how to take control over your e-commerce income. You find that your conversion rates are really bad and your ad costs are sky high, wishing there was a way, like a secret formula that can make it all better so you can increase your conversion rates and not waste so much money on ads that just aren't converting? Well, there is one, and it's called the swipe file. So I'm going to share my screen and walk you through exactly how to build the swipe file. All right, so I'm sharing my screen now. And one of the things I always say when we're getting started is make sure that you know who the category kings are in your niche, because it's going to end up being your best friend. So what I mean by that is that, right, who are the big boys? Like if you're thinking about it from like shoes or something, it'll be like Nike and Adidas and people like that, right? So you want to look at who are the ones that are getting the majority of sales, like the names. Like if you're thinking about computers, you would think like Apple and like Dell and people like that, right? Or like you're talking about like e-commerce, you would think Amazon, right? So you want to think about who are the category kings. So you want to start there and build up your own list of who the category kings are. So in this example, I've talked before about it, so I'll continue talking about it. All right, so let's say I'm using drumsticks as an example, and I was going to look for who are the category kings in terms of for drummers, right? So I know Zildjian, they're more of an indirect competitor, but they are one as well, and Vic Firth is another. So you may want to look at some of those ones in terms of the research, right? And you're going to start by like going to their website and trying to subscribe to whatever you can to get on their list. So I recommend in terms of for getting their email, signing up, everybody you can think of for direct, which is hopefully you find the category kings and all of your direct competitors, and also indirect, which is the ones that are selling to the same audience as you but not selling the same product. So I kind of use the example all the time of like you're selling peanut butter, someone's selling jelly, or we're talking about from drumstick perspective, we sell drumsticks and Zillion maybe sells cymbals, right? In the example, or Remo sells drum heads, right? So they're indirect competitors. They're selling different products to the same niche. So you want to think about that part of it. So let's say, all right, we're looking now at Zillion, right? They're one of our competitors. So we're going to look at their site and we're going to go, all right, is there a way for us to potentially subscribe to their stuff? So you kind of see here, it says like join the Z Club, right? So I click on there and then I would put in an email. One of the things I recommend doing, just because otherwise it's going to become a really, really huge pain for you, is create a brand new email that is going to be just related to your niche, your competitors, and building up your swipe file. Because otherwise you're going to get a lot of spam in there. It's going to bother you in your actual real personal email address or your brand's email address. So create a new one. Gmail is great for that. You can create a free one, easy one. Kind of see here, I did one like Matty Drums. So sorry, any music companies, if you're watching this, I'm kind of using it here so I can build up my swipe file. So you want to make sure you do that though, and it's a great place to house everything. So you can kind of look back at your swipe file later. So like here's another example. If I'm looking at another competitor, I'm looking at say like Yamaha, because they sell drums as well, and you kind of see a pop-up shows up as soon as I go to their website. Hey, do you want to sign up, right? So like sign up for their newsletter or any of those kinds of things. I always say yes. And I'm going to add this email, right? So I kind of see a few things that come up here, like some ones that I just subscribed to, right? So you kind of see that coming in. And now I'm going to start to get emails from Yamaha, from Zillion, and now I can start to see what they're saying. And the idea behind all this is obviously they're the category king, right? They have been selling for a while. They've been selling well. in the niche that you're trying to take advantage of, right? So there's a reason. Obviously, yes, their product has something to do with it. However, some of their emails are probably doing pretty well. Some of their, like, you want to pay attention to what their copy is, because they have been talking to their audience for probably longer than you have. So you want to pay attention to that tribal language. Like what are they saying? Because you might start to see some commonalities that come up. Like the more and more that you start to opt into all of your direct and indirect competitors, you'll start to see some commonalities that come up. And at that point, you can start to use that. It's like, okay, this makes sense because I see this over and over again from Yamaha, from Zillion, from Victor, from ProMark, right? They're all saying this kind of a thing. So maybe it's something I want to talk about, right? Oh, and if you're liking any of this, then make sure to leave a like below as well. And then the next thing you're gonna do is, all right, so now you've built up like all these opt-ins, right? So you subscribe to all the direct and indirect competitors that you can think of, and you're going to continue to do this every time you find another competitor. So you've now got that going. So it's now going to show up in your email, right? And now you're starting to get some swipe file like promo videos that are coming up. The next thing you're going to want to do is see if they're running any ads. So you're going to want to look on Facebook, and like you kind of see here is Zillion, right? So I looked up Zillion site. So if I scroll down and I found their page for Facebook, and I scroll down and I can see page transparency. So that's right here, and it shows up for every brand that is on Facebook. So then I would kind of hit see all, and when you click see all, you kind of scroll down a little bit and you can see that they're running ads. So every brand will tell you if they are or are not running ads. So if they are, then you would just go to ad library. And I've already kind of done that here. So now I can look at what their ads are looking like, right? So now I may look at this and go, oh, wow, all right. They're running this ad and saying, all right, here's what they're saying in their copy. And I want to look at what kind of headlines that they've got coming up as well. And the other thing you also want to pay attention to this is here, like, all right, so this one says July 17th is when they started running. I'm going to look and see which ones have been running the longest. So like here's one from July 4th. So, all right, so it's been running for about a month or two or whatever it is. So this has been the longest. It's still active. So if I don't know for sure how much engagement this has or how profitable it is, the odds are if it's been running for a little bit of time and it's still active, it's not losing this company money. So there's something about this ad that probably aligned with my ideal customer. So I'll look at as far back as I can go to see what it is. And you might see stuff that's been running for 6 months or a year on some of your competitors, and you want to make sure that you're going to swipe what their copy is and use that as a starting point to start to make your own. So you're not guessing anymore as to what aligns with your ideal customer. You have a starting point, right? And obviously make sure you're modeling, you're not stealing, but you're using this as a starting point. And then obviously you want to make it your own, and you'll start to see over time what works for you, but you need to have a starting point. And you don't want to reinvent the wheel. Zillion in this example has been doing it for like decades and forever at this point. So I'm going to use them if I was doing drumsticks. Like another one I'm going to look at is like VicFirth, right? So I went through them, right? I looked on VicFirth's site, and then I went to page transparency, and I looked to see if they're running ads, and they are, right? So here's one that's coming up, and here's some more, and I kind of scroll down, and I see another one on July 4th, right? So same thing here, and maybe if this one looks really good, I'm gonna copy it over onto that spreadsheet where I've got my swipe file, and at that point, I've now got this great asset that I can keep looking back at, where I'm going to go, all right, I'm running my next holiday promotion. I'm running some ads. I'm running whatever it is that I'm going to run when I need to create some copy. And now I've got something, right? Now I can look at this as a starting point for those ads. So I'm not just guessing anymore and just throwing something in the wall and hoping it sticks. I have something that has worked for somebody else in my niche that is selling probably way more than I have and been around way longer than I have, and I can use this as a starting point to dial it in and get better. As we say all the time, you don't know what's going to work but it's all about the data. It's all about testing. And this is a great way to start that testing process. And then the next thing you're gonna wanna do is take out your credit card. So if you're familiar with Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels, he talks about this all the time. The idea is that what you're seeing right now is just the tip of the iceberg. So you're only seeing like that top little portion, but there could be like so much that's like below the surface that you don't know. So you can start to see like your upsells, your downsells, the abandoned carts, post-purchase emails, cross-sells, their monthly holiday promotions, like all of these things that you're not going to see if you don't take out your credit card and buy something. And it's going to cost you what, 20, 30 bucks, right? So whenever I'm doing anything in terms of like building up my swipe file and trying to understand the niche better as well, is I'll take out my credit card and I'll buy from like say 3 to 5 of my direct competitors because I want to know everything about them, right? I want to know what they're doing. And if they're not doing any post-purchase emails, then I want to take advantage of that and I want to run it. Or if their abandoned cart sucks, then that's an advantage I got over them because I'm going to run it. So like you're not going to know any of that stuff if you don't take out your credit card and buy. So I would say like if you guys are going to take this seriously, then spend what, like it ends up being around $100 if you buy from like 3 or 5 different competitors depending on your niche, and spend the money. It's a great investment. It's going to give you so much information to move forward, along with a lot of swipe file information too, right? So put the money in. It's a great investment. All right, so to recap, you want to subscribe to your category kings, the indirect competitors. You want to check out their ads on Facebook, and you want to take out your credit card and buy their stuff so you can see below the surface, and keep adding to your swipe file and model and tweak it so it relates to your brand and resonates better with your ideal customer. And you've got this amazing weapon that's going to last you and your brand for decades, right? If you're looking for more tips on how to take control over your e-commerce income, then click the link below for a free cheat sheet. And I also have a free Facebook group, Amazon Seller Secrets. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more tips on how to grow your list and build a real brand. All right, talk to you next time.